Now that you got your Razor rack installed to your Promaster or Transit, it's time to put some accessories on it. So today we're going to show you guys how to install our VanUp box mounting kit with our VanUp box. Just a quick disclaimer, please make sure to watch the entirety of this video before installing this product. If you have any questions at all, feel free to give us a call or email us at sales@vanupoffroad.com. If you do get to a point where this installation might just be a little bit too much, feel free to check out one of our installation centers in Davis, California or Mesa, Arizona. So on the table here, I have the VanUp box mounting kit and I have our VanUp box. You can't mount the box without the mounting kit, but they are sold separate. So what's included? In our mounting kit, we're gonna have, obviously, the two mounting plates, and then a bag of hardware to mount these to your rack. And then inside the VanUp box, we're gonna have a shelf, and we're gonna have hardware for that shelf. And then we're also gonna have our mounting hardware to put this box onto these plates. It also comes with a key and some plugs in there for weatherproofing. So like I said, it's a super simple installation. You can do this in your garage, your driveway. All I've got here is a 9/16 box wrench. I've got two ratchets. I've got a 7/16 socket, an extension, and then I've got a 7/32 Allen bit and a 3/16 Allen. So the easiest way to install this whole setup here is by first taking your mounting plates and bolting them up to the back of your VanUp box. Once these are secure to the back, we're gonna go ahead and take the entire assembly and we're just gonna mount it straight onto the Razor rack. So step one, we're gonna go ahead and take our mounting plates here and we're gonna pair it up with the bolts found inside the box. And these are the bolts that we're gonna use to bolt this plate to that box. So as you can see, I've opened up the box here and I've got my hardware. We're gonna run the button head with a washer inside the box to the back. And all we're gonna do is just pair it up with the holes that are drilled on our cabinet mounting kit here. And then we're just gonna use a serrated nut here, and that's gonna hold everything in place on the back end. So as you're installing these, you can just leave the serrated nut snug on the back end. Once all four bolts are on there with these serrated nuts, we'll go ahead and do a once over and make sure everything is tight afterwards. So now that your serrated nuts are snug on the back of your box, we're just gonna get it to the point where the serrated nut is anchored, it won't spin anymore, and now you can go ahead and just tighten up your button heads with your 3/16 inside the box. And we're gonna do this for all four bolts. So now that your VanUp box mounting kit is tight on the back of your VanUp box, we're gonna go ahead and mount this thing onto the Razor rack itself. And we're gonna do that by using the long bolts that came in the box with the mounting kit. So each side is gonna get one bolt, one washer, and a serrated nut, just like we see here. And for this part, I recommend grabbing the help from a friend. And all we're gonna do is, as we mount this up, we're gonna take our hardware kit and we're just gonna run it right through the box mounting kit onto the Razor rack, and then we're gonna use those serrated nuts to just keep everything hand tight. So at this point, we've just aligned our box where we want it on the Razor rack. Because of this system, you can really mount it up or down however you like. And now all we're gonna do here is put the bolts through with our serrated nuts on the back end of the rack to make this a complete assembly. So now that we're hand tight and our serrated nuts are firm against the back of our Razor rack, we can go ahead and take our 7/32 Allen on a ratchet, and you can take a 9/16 to just hold the bolt in place on the back end. And we're gonna go through and just tighten down all four to the point where everything is super tight and everything is nice and firm. And last but not least, we're gonna go ahead and put our shelf into the box. And we can do this using the 4 carriage bolts that came in the box. And we've designed this with a slotted system down the sides, so you can really adjust wherever you want this based on what you have in your box. So I'm gonna go ahead and mount this somewhere up towards the top. Now you just wanna make sure that you line up your shelf inside the channel. So we like where we're at there. I'm gonna go ahead and take one of these carriage bolts and I'm gonna slide it through one of these mounting holes, and we wanna make sure that we're within this channel here on the side so that everything stays tight. Now that we have one bolt in there, we're gonna go ahead and put our nut on there, on the inside. And we're just gonna leave that loose for a little bit so we can adjust everything where we want it. So we're gonna repeat the same thing on the other side. We're gonna take our carriage bolt here, and we're gonna make sure that our hole on the shelf is lined up with the bottom of this channel here so that the carriage bolt can sit flush inside that channel. Just like this. And you'll feel it kind of pop into place once everything is in the channel. And then we're gonna put that nut on there. Again, just loose. And now we're lined up where we wanna be. We're gonna take the other two carriage bolts and we're gonna just put them right through the bottom. There'll be holes down here and it should be lined up with a channel already. So we'll start on this side. So now that we got all 4 bolts on there for the shelf loose, now everything's aligned. You just want to make sure that your carriage bolts are within the channels, and we're going to go ahead and just put a little pressure on the carriage bolt so that it sits in that channel, and we're going to tighten these down all the way now. So now that our shelf is secure inside the box, we can go ahead and close it up. And a neat thing is that they do come with a set of keys inside the box. We're just gonna go ahead and close it. We're just gonna move this piece up out of the way, which is a lock. And I'm gonna go ahead and lock this up. So that concludes our installation for the VanUp box mounting kit and the VanUp box. If you like what you see here and you like our content, please like and subscribe on YouTube. And if you have any issues at all during your installation, feel free to give us a call or shoot us an email at sales@vanupoffroad.com. If you do get into a situation where an install might be a little too much for you, we have 2 installation centers, one in Mesa, Arizona, and the other in Davis, California. Give us a call and we'll help you out.